Well, hello again. So, if you've been watching my series of me working on the van, you'll know that the last thing that I recorded was me working on the shower head and putting it into the back of the van. And like I said in that video, putting in the shower head was the last kind of big thing that I could think of that I needed to do in order to prepare the van so that I could travel in it and live in it. So at this point, there's nothing major that's left to be done. There's a bunch of tiny things I could do, but everything that's big has been done. I even did this. I didn't record it because it was simple. It was just screwing it on. But I put on a face on the drawers. So everything that I can think of that I would need to do has been done. So in the meantime, the only thing that I really need before I can leave is the upholstery for this bench. I have the request in for the upholstery, but I'm just waiting for it to be done. They gave me a quote of like 2 to 3 weeks for it to be done. The last update I got, it should be done sometime next week. But we'll see. Maybe it'll take longer, maybe it'll be quick, and it'll be done like Monday or something. I don't know. So once I have that, there's really nothing preventing me from stocking up the van with whatever I need and then hitting the road. So that's pretty exciting. In the meantime, while I've been waiting on that, I've been doing little things around the van, like putting the faces on those drawers like I just showed. And I did a couple fun things around the van that I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, now that the van is done, I wanted to record a video like this. Just going to be a quick tour of it, different features that I built into it and stuff. And yeah, it feels really good to feel like I'm done. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's very amateurish. There's a lot of uneven surfaces and things like that, but that doesn't bother me at all. I built it for myself, so I don't care. I just like having the feeling that I did all this myself. I don't know, I'm weird like that. I'm one of those do-it-yourself kind of people. But anyway, let me show you some cool stuff. So the first thing I can show you is this switch panel over here. So if I turn on my 12-volt master, I can turn on my dimmable lights. You can see them at full brightness like this. So my lights still work. The other thing I can show you is this switch right here. So if I turn this on, I don't know if you could hear that, but the pump underneath the countertop turned on. So I could get some running water going. So that still works. Very nice. So I can turn on and off the pump right here at will. So if I don't need it, it's not consuming electricity. And the other thing is this LED switch right here. Now this is, in my opinion, pretty cool. So I'm going to turn these off. And then let me show you what this looks like. See that up there? I am pretty happy with these. So I ran LED strips underneath the countertop there, underneath that cabinet down there, across that beam over there, and all along the right side down here. So I can pretty much program this to do any kind of light pattern that I can think of. I have it set up to do this kind of like streaking ripple effect, which it's doing right now, that I pretty much set up just as a quick test. There's one more thing it'll start doing in a moment. There we go. So like after a minute, it starts picking random sections and causing them to just kind of pulse like this. So every however long, it'll pick another section, start pulsing as well. They'll all do different colors and brightnesses. And I think this is pretty cool. So I can set it up to do whatever I can think of, really. So in addition to these, which I plan on having a lot of fun with, setting up different patterns, I also have this right here. So I put in this grid of LEDs is what this is. And I need to update the software that's uploaded to that little chip thing right there. So I need to do that real quick because I haven't set it up to do both at the same time yet. So I'm going to do that and then show you what this looks like. Alright, so I just updated the code that's on it. Let me turn this back on. And there we are. So I have a couple just small things testing it. A little blue line that goes across, a green line that comes back. And then this is what I think is cool. This right here. So it's some kind of noise function generating a light pattern that's kind of just moving around. And I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. After a while, it just kind of changes over to this line that just bounces around. These are just some quick tests I wrote up to just make sure it was working. Pretty soon I'll actually go in and edit the code so that it runs both of these simultaneously and I might put in a little switch or two right here that can kind of control what effect it's doing, but if I don't have enough time to do that, screw it. But in the meantime, I'm pretty happy with this. Aside from that, though, I've got my cabinets up here and my drawers. The space that's under there I can get to. I just need to take out these couple of screws, and then this face just comes off, and then I can access down there if I need to do anything with the plumbing. I've got my running water. I do have my hot water tank, which works. I've got my shower right here. I don't feel like demonstrating that works right now, but it does. Yeah, I've got a lot of good stuff in here. The bench works pretty well. When I took the van to the upholstery place, they gave me a couple suggestions on tweaks to make to the bench, so I made those tweaks. The bench works pretty well now. In fact, let me move this stuff off and I'll show you it's sliding. Pretty smooth. I do plan on putting like a little handle or something here so you can grip that better, but I think that works pretty well. I think this is more than enough space for me to fit and sleep. Yeah, I'm happy with this. It slides pretty well. Just push it back into place like so. No problem. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Everything that I wanted to do with the van is done. There's only a couple tiny things that I want to do, but I have plenty of time to do those things. Really, the biggest things to do is go through my stuff, put away what I don't need, put in what I do need, and stock up, you know? I don't know if you can tell how damp my shirt is right now, but it is so hot out here. It's overcast, and it's rainy, but it is so hot. I'm sweating so much, so I'm going to try to wrap this up. But, yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with how the van turned out. It's very amateurish, but it's my own, so I'm happy with it. Now that I'm done recording this, the next thing is recording my departure video. The video of me actually taking off on the trip that I've been planning. So it's all kind of coming together and being realized, and it's exciting for me. So I'm pretty happy. I don't know when that video is going to be done or out. I might finish it and then sit on it for a little bit until I'm actually on the road and have some more stuff to follow it up with. But probably not, but maybe that'll happen. I don't know. In the meantime, if you have been watching, thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting to you. I know all this stuff has been kind of dry and boring. I kind of viewed my working on the van series, my negative episodes, as something that will be more interesting in hindsight once I've finished my trip. And also something that's more interesting probably to someone like myself who has more of an engineering mindset. I like to think that I would find this kind of stuff interesting, although I don't expect most people to. Very dry, like I said, but interesting, I think. So, with all that being said, I guess I'll see you next time.